So talking about books, could you explain the audience why should we buy your book? I know you have a book. You are the architect of your own life. What's the value behind it? Why should we buy it?
We don't like change. Human beings don't like change. And I was like 2 months ago or so, I was sitting on the couch here back home. My couch is over there. And I was watching television. And there was a neurologist, professor in neurology on television. And he explained that, I mean, you and I know, you're an agile coach, people don't like change. They will always explain to you, oh, yeah, no, it's a great idea, but not for us.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing. And he said, okay, left and right in the back of your brain. So let's say more or less where your ears are, you have, in the back, you have little organs that are called the amygdala.
Mm-hmm.
And what the amygdala does, it instantly, when you're in a situation that you've not been before, you start feeling uncomfortable.
Okay. Been there.
And that's in your unconscious. You start feeling, you don't even know why, but you start feeling uncomfortable. So it's a natural habit to stay where we are. Now, the point is, going from waterfall to agile doesn't kill you. I mean, that behavior is based on the crocodile that's lying on the banks of the river and that says, I'm alive. And if I don't move, I'm okay. If I move, I never know what happens. So I only move when I have to. Oh, now I need to eat because otherwise I die. Now I move, right? That kind of logic is behind there. There is no lion coming from behind the trees, but still that sense of unsafety evolves and changes. We have to overcome this. And when I say you're the architect of your own life, I always say you cannot control what's coming to you. Mm-hmm. Bad things happen. People get sick, accidents, floods, things happen, right? But you can decide how to handle them. Pointing at somebody else doesn't help. Mm-hmm. And in the world that we live in today, where technology, the pace of innovation in technology is ridiculous fast, and it will never slow down. It will only go faster, I think, in the future, even more fast, right? So we have to understand that standing still is getting behind. You have to move forward in life. And instead of, when you point at somebody else, look at this, right? When you point at somebody else, 3 fingers are pointing at yourself, right?
Yeah.
So take that responsibility. And you're the architect of your own life. You decide how to handle it. And that's the same thing with change. I just can't understand that people are in a working environment and they repeat what they learned 10 years ago, and they repeat it in exactly the same way because it's written down in the quality manual that this is the way it has to happen. For me, that doesn't. Standing still is getting behind. In the world we live in today, if you have technology that is your business, part of your business model today, be prepared, because in 3 months your business model can be totally disrupted. Mm-hmm. Right? And that's what we need to understand. And this is where responsibility comes in for leaders, for team members, and everything in between. And the book itself, it's not a dramatic conceptual model book. It starts with the day that I was born and the way you handle things like, the passing of my parents or my divorce or the motorcycle accident that I have. We are able to handle the nice things, but how do you handle the bad things that happen? And you have to get over them in a proper way.
Awesome.
Don't let it beat you.
I will definitely buy my copy, and I will add the link to the comments in this video, so everyone is able to look at it. We're about to go out of time, but we have 2 questions.
Here it is.
Awesome.
This is the one.
Looks good.